lovely people. So we'll be talking about free Wi-Fi and how safe it is. Thanks to you, Roshan, for suggesting me this topic. Uh, it was good. Whatever I found has really um, made me happy that I've learned something new, and I'm working on actually setting up my own monitoring device. Hopefully, I'll be able to release a tiny video on that soon, having my own set of challenges setting up that VM. So when we talk about public Wi-Fi and different problems that are available or that can be caused because of that, when I say problems, the security challenges. So there are three challenges that we understand with public Wi-Fi. Number one is when you connect to a public Wi-Fi, your data is in unencrypted form, or you don't know whether it is an encrypted form or not. You may question this statement, saying that you know about it, and there is HTTPS, and you are on SSL connection or TLS connection. So yes, you're right. Things have improved way better on the browser, right? So when you are on your laptop and you've connected to a public Wi-Fi and you're accessing a website which is HTTPS, you're safe. I mean, you're not in a bad situation. Your data is encrypted. Anybody sniffing out that packet from the air and then trying to figure out what it was, they will not be able to, because they don't know and they can't decipher it. At the same time, uh, not all websites are HTTPS, right? But then again, at the browser level, as I'm saying, it's improved. But the real question comes when you have an mobile device or a handheld, right? And not today, everybody is using handheld device and we are walking around. We are not really carrying our laptops everywhere. So that's where the challenge is. When you have an Android device and you connect to a public Wi-Fi, you really don't know if your data that you're transferring through the mobile phone, through an app, is secured or not. Currently, I've not seen any visual identifier on the app that says that the data being transferred is secured. There are many apps that kind of talks about it, saying that in their information side itself, they'll say whether they're secure, that they provide secure connection or not. There's an app from Google itself which declares that they don't have a secure connection unless you move into incognito mode. So there it is. So we know that at a higher level, at the big companies also have apps which don't have secure connection. So that's one very important aspect of public Wi-Fi, that anyone sniffing out there will be able to grab your data and be able to read it and be able to make sense out of it. And mostly they'll be looking out for your credentials, images, or bank information or anything like that. To my surprise, it's very simple to set up a monitoring machine. All you need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi adapter. I hope it'll be like this. Wi-Fi adapter, not very costly also. The only thing that we need to understand is when we are purchasing a Wi-Fi adapter is that it should have the capability to change the mode, right? So there are a couple of modes. Managed mode, which is by default, all the Wi-Fi adapters are on managed mode. All you need to do is to switch the mode of the Wi-Fi adapter into monitoring mode, and it's a piece of a cake. You just need to run a couple of commands, and I think it's Airmon NG that lets you. It's a package in Kali Linux that'll let you convert. It's just one command. You just run that command on Kali Linux, and that will convert your WLAN 0. If when you connect it, I believe it'll the first Wi-Fi device, it'll connect to itself, and then it'll say it'll convert the mode into monitoring mode. Once it's converted into monitoring mode, again, Airmon NG has a couple of other parameters that you can run and then start capturing or sniffing the packets and route it to a file and keep dumping it there. And then when you're done for the day, you've captured enough, you'll just shut off your laptop and you move on. And then go back home, start reading those package. You have enough tools to kind of utilize that and make sense out of the information that you've captured. I will link a forum article that will talk about how to set up a monitoring mode and how to capture the information as well as how to read it. It's a very helpful article. So, and it's, as I said, piece of cake to set it up. Very easy. The second problem that comes up is instead of setting it up as a monitoring mode, you would set it up as a hotspot so that people start connecting to you, right? Instead of you just sitting there and sniffing the packet out of the air, you're saying that I am the Wi-Fi hotspot, which means, let's say you're a frequent visitor to a coffee shop and there was no Wi-Fi for a long period of time, and then suddenly one day you go there and then you say, oh, wow, there is Wi-Fi, which means either the coffee day has invested into providing free Wi-Fi to their consumers, or a person sitting next to you, a couple of tables ahead or back, somewhere in that area, has a laptop with a Wi-Fi adapter or with a Wi-Fi connection, which is set up as a hotspot, and he's named his Wi-Fi network same as the coffee shop name. And you would see the coffee shop name, and you will by default think that, okay, that's the legit connection, and you will start using it. And not just you, anybody else, even I would go ahead and start using it. And when we start using that, what happens is all the information that once we are connected to that hotspot, and then we try accessing information from the World Wide Web, what happens is he could choose if that guy has bad intentions, which I guess. So what he or she can do is, when the connection is with its hotspot and you're trying to access bank.com, probably he would route your connection instead of the real bank.com to another fake bank.com, where he'll just have a web page which is same as this guy's web page, the front login page, and the moment you connect to it, putting your credential, he'll just grab that and give you some error. And you will be like, oh, minor glitch, maybe the website's not working, and let me try again. And then you try again and, okay, go, I got what I wanted, right? So they capture your credentials that way. So, or you connect to a social media, and then he gets your credential, and then he starts downloading your information. They could capture your map information, anything. And worst that can happen is when you're connected to your device, you're connected using a fake hotspot, and using that connection, the owner of that hotspot kind of installs applications silently on your machine. You wouldn't even know what's done, right? A silent installation happens on it, and then everything is being recorded, right? He remote applications, he will have remote application on his machine. He'll go and select, okay, record everything from this phone. So you're sitting wherever and you're talking to whoever, and you think your phone is off, or your phone is not in a mode where it is recording, right? But it's recording, and it's sending that information in the background. Every 5 minutes a file is being sent. You don't know that file is being sent to that guy, and he could kind of listen into your conversation. He could take videos, right? He could just remote turn on your camera, and you wouldn't even know that the camera is on. Let's say you kept it in this kind of a position, and that guy is recording everything. So whatever he wants or she wants, they can capture from your device. So man-in-middle attack is very easy in public Wi-Fi. The third aspect that comes in is called as address resolution protocol. If you've heard about it, what happens is on a public Wi-Fi, it can be spoofed in the sense when an acknowledgement is coming back from the server, it's trying to find whose response it is, and instead of the real guy saying it's me, the fake guy says I am the one, and then the response, instead of going to the real guy, goes to the fake guy, right? So that's what happens when ARP spoof attack happens, and that's again easily done on a public Wi-Fi. So as long as we understand these security challenges on public Wi-Fi, that's what the agenda was, that we want to talk about how safe it is. So yeah, it is not safe. It's not safe to use public Wi-Fi. We should not be connecting to public Wi-Fi with a blank machine, we should start using some applications such as VPN to encapsulate us. We should have some security measures taken care of on our devices and then access the public Wi-Fi. Along using applications, then we need to make sure before installing it, we read the documentation, or we read the introduction of that app and understand that it provides secured connection. So these are certain small things that we should kind of look at and then take the decision, then we connect. And we should always defer from doing bank transactions. We should not do bank transactions when we are on public Wi-Fi. So that's it from me. You're watching Free Stuff.